Okay, so we're getting a Yoruichi fight with a guy that can pretty much control that can use powers that can make anything poisonous to people. Let's crack down to it. Bleach, chapter 656. Okay, so it opens up with Valkyrie, with a shot of Valkyrie and hope and making us think that it was going to lead on to us seeing the Renji and Byakuya fight. But then it cuts back to Ichigo. Ichigo's group. We haven't seen Ichigo and co for ages, and we finally get to see him. That's them as well. And by the looks of it, he's on the ground for some odd reason because of the fact that the Quincy he's fighting can control gravity at this point, and everybody's trying to stop it. So yeah, so he's starting to explain everything to Ichigo and to everybody else around him, and then Yoruichi came about, being able to be dunce and being very unpolite because of the Quincy hates being interrupted and stuff like that. But then we get going with this, and it leads up to Junko being activated by Yoruichi, and by the looks of things we're going to be seeing a Yoruichi fight, and hopefully, and this is a big one, we might finally get to see her Bonkai if she still has hers on Bakuto. So we might be seeing that as well, so hopefully we'll get to see that. But overall, this was a fun, little bit more in-depth chapter, a little bit more information, has a little bit more just about the Quincy's and about more rumours about Valkyrie and the Soul King's hand and stuff like that. How some of those guys have this power and stuff like that, and how the leader of them was the Owl guy, and he's already been defeated as well. So the Sturmraft or Sternricht, I can't remember exactly. But other than that, this has been a fun chapter. This was one of my better chapters lately than what's been going on recently of the one-on-one fights and everything and the dragged out fights. So we have learned more about what's going on, and yet again this is a bit more of a Ichigo situation because I have a funny feeling next chapter it will go back to Renji and Byakuya find Valkyrie. So that's pretty much all what I can situation. A little bit more information that's been a little bit in depth about this and stuff like that, where he's made Reishi a little bit more weaker there for those guys to fight and make them more like the gravity is a little bit more heavy for them. That's a little bit more interesting in that he has this kind of ability. But other than that, it was a really fun chapter to watch, a little bit more chapter to go around with, a little bit more information was actually just given, and other than that, so I really enjoyed this chapter. It was one of the better chapters of Bleach during the winter season. Or the full season of manga. It was one of the better ones. So, like always, like the video if you loved this review. Comment down below what you liked and didn't like about this chapter of Bleach 656. And please subscribe if you want to see more. This has been Kai from Kai's Otaku Corner, coming at you with Bleach chapter 656 review. And I'll see you next time for another anime manga episode chapter review. Bye bye for now. See ya.